set to send draft opposing Uniform Civil Code. Is it secular to oppose a Uniform Civil Code? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
आप कह रहे हैं शरद पवार डबल गेम खेलते हैं।
खेला है,
आपके साथ डबल गेम खेला, बीजेपी के साथ शरद पवार ने डबल गेम खेला है।
उस समय उन्होंने वैसा किया जो मैंने कहा। आप इसको किस फ्रेमवर्क में डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं मैं आप पर छोड़ता हूं, लेकिन मैं इतना कहता हूं कि अजित पवार और मैं अचानक उठकर सुबह शपथ लेने के लिए नहीं गए। ये तय हुआ था कि हम साथ में मिलकर करेंगे, हम दोनों को जिम्मेदारी दी गई थी, उस हिसाब से हमने सारी चीज़ें की थी, लेकिन बाद में चीज़ें बदली।
Big debate after the double game allegation by Devendra Fadnavis.
आप कह रहे हैं शरद पवार डबल गेम खेलते हैं।
खेला है,
आपके साथ डबल गेम खेला, बीजेपी के साथ शरद पवार ने डबल गेम खेला।
Pawar confirms power sharing talks with the BJP.
त्यांना बाहेरून पाठिंबा द्यायची भूमिका मी ज्यावेळेला ते मुख्यमंत्री झाले त्यावेळेस दिलेली होती.
After Fadnavis speaks to Arnab, Pawar confirms talks. Debating tonight at 10 p.m.
फिर उद्धव ठाकरे को तो यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड पे अपना जो पोजीशन है वो क्लियर
बिल्कुल करना पड़ेगा। बाला साहब ठाकरे जी ने हमेशा यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड की बात की है। ये जो दोगली बात है, ऐसा करना चाहिए, बात करनी चाहिए,
मगर वो लाइन लेंगे कि ये तो इम्पोर्टेंट इशू नहीं है,
बोलते नहीं है सारी।
आपको लगता है हिम्मत नहीं है उनमें यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड के बारे में बात करने के लिए हिम्मत नहीं है?
दिखानी चाहिए भाई, बाला साहब ठाकरे के बेटे हैं, दिखानी चाहिए।
और अगर अवॉइड करे तो क्या प्रूव होगा?
बताने की आवश्यकता नहीं, देश की जनता जानती है।
तो आप कह रहे हैं ही इज टुडे प्रैक्टिसिंग द पॉलिटिक्स ऑफ मुस्लिम
अपीजमेंट,
और ये सोच समझ के हुई है।
बिल्कुल।
आप कह रहे हैं शरद पवार डबल गेम खेलते हैं।
खेला है,
आपके साथ डबल गेम खेला, बीजेपी के साथ शरद पवार ने डबल गेम खेला।
उस समय उन्होंने वैसा किया जो मैंने कहा। आप इसको किस फ्रेमवर्क में डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं मैं आप पर छोड़ता हूं, लेकिन मैं इतना कहता हूं कि अजित पवार और मैं अचानक उठकर सुबह शपथ लेने के लिए नहीं गए। ये तय हुआ था कि हम साथ में मिलकर करेंगे, हम दोनों को जिम्मेदारी दी गई थी, उस हिसाब से हमने सारी चीज़ें की थी, लेकिन बाद में चीज़ें बदली।
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, NECC, Century Ply and Epson Eco Tank Printers in partnership with Mind Super App and beyond.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. There's no question of neutrality at all on a subject such as this. You cannot be neutral between right and wrong, black and white. Not having a uniform civil code is wrong. Bringing in a uniform civil code that will unite the entire country is right. Personally, as well as a channel, ladies and gentlemen, we have never believed in sitting on the fence. This is the only channel in the country, the only network in the country which is very clear, open, transparent, vocal and loud on the issue of a uniform civil code. The hashtag for tonight says it all. My personal views on the subject. Hashtag UCC unites India. It will bring India together like never before. Is this not what we owe to future generations of this great country of ours, ladies and gentlemen? Is this not a necessary step towards being a truly developed superpower, ladies and gentlemen? The bottom line is this: the UCC will not just breathe complete life into Article 14. The Uniform Civil Code is a necessity, which is the marker of a modern nation. If we are to be a modern nation, we have to have a uniform civil code. So I think the BJP should bring in the UCC in Parliament in the very next session of Parliament. The entire country will stand together as one. Some say it should be brought in maybe after some discussion in the winter session of Parliament. Well, that's as late as it can get, but not further beyond. The Uniform Civil Code as a piece of legislation can no longer remain an election promise. We have to, ladies and gentlemen, we just have to make sure we do not lose this great moment. Just imagine, viewers, all promises completed, a uniform civil code delivered, Article 370 removed, the nation brought together as one, the divides of the past put into the dustbins of history. A new future awaits the future generations of this country. The younger people in this country will therefore live most of their lives in a country where the law does not divide or discriminate between them. That has to happen. And I think it has to happen in 2023. I think it will happen in 2023. What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, let's not make this a news story anymore. Let's not make this a demand anymore. Let's not make this a political debate anymore. Let us make it a national campaign from here on. That's debate number one tonight. UCC unites India and divides the opposition. Unites the country, divides the opposition. Debate 1 and debate 2 tonight. Big embarrassment for Sharad Pawar as he is forced to admit that he was deep in negotiations with the BJP, agreed first to support a BJP government, then walked out at the last minute. Now that's a big blow to a person who's trying to position himself as a leader of an alternative to the BJP when he was himself doing this kind of negotiation with the BJP till a few months back. The double game of Sharad Pawar, debate number 2 and debate number 3 this evening. Huge controversy as the governor of Tamil Nadu sacks Senthil Balaji, the minister accused of corruption in the cash for job scam. That's debate number 3, and here are the headlines this Thursday evening on the debate tonight.
शरद पवार जी के साथ हमारी बैठक हुई। उस बैठक में यह तय हुआ कि महाराष्ट्र में सरकार बनाई जाएगी। किस प्रकार से बनाई जाएगी इसका मोडस ऑपरेंडी तय हुआ। तैयारी करने के बाद एट वन फाइन मोमेंट पवार साहब उसमें से हट गए।
The biggest political revelation of 2023, the Devendra Fadnavis interview, is India's biggest headline tonight. He denied talking to the BJP back then, now completely on the defensive. Sharad Pawar is forced to admit that he in fact had led the negotiations and successfully completed them with the BJP.
मुझे बहुत खुशी है, कम से कम सच पवार साहब के मुंह पे मैंने लाया, लेकिन ये भी आधा सच है। बचा हुआ सच भी जल्दी ही बाहर लाऊंगा।
And after he forced Sharad Pawar to admit, Devendra Fadnavis says only one googly down. One more to Sharad Pawar is yet to come. Aam Aadmi Party backs the Uniform Civil Code. Uddhav Thackeray totally confused. Opposition divided, the fault lines are showing. Mega face-off in Tamil Nadu as the governor dismisses the arrested Minister Senthil Balaji from the state cabinet. Photo op backfires. Rahul faces protests in Manipur. BJP calls the visit petty politics. And ladies and gentlemen, the Uniform Civil Code should, must, and I really hope will become a reality soon. The Law Commission is at work. The Prime Minister has spoken. The opposition is divided. The AAP, interestingly, is supporting a Uniform Civil Code. But Uddhav Thackeray is, as usual, completely confused. Ladies and gentlemen, appeasement has to end. A UCC will unite us all. Let us debate.
The ball for a uniform civil code is rolling.
हमारे देश में हर व्यक्ति 140 करोड़ जनता में एक समान है, और अगर एक समान है तो एक नीति होनी चाहिए सभी, और ये तो संकल्प भारतीय जनता पार्टी की रही है और ये संकल्प संविधान में भी है.
The Law Commission's deadline for inputs on the UCC is fast approaching.
कि लॉ कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया ने इसको पब्लिक डोमेन में डाला. 13 जुलाई लास्ट डेट है, तब तक तो इंतजार करो.
The All India Muslim Personal Law Board is all set to lay down its position against the law.
हम ये चाहेंगे कि अगर पार्लियामेंट के अंदर कोई कानून का मसौदा पेश होता है, जैसा कि हमको पॉसिबल भी नहीं नजर आता है कि 2024 से पहले कोई ऐसा यूनिफॉर्म लॉ बन जाएगा. इवन इफ सपोज बन जाए तो हमारी अपील होगी तमाम पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से कि दे शुड अपोज इट टू थिन एंड.
But the opposition is divided on this issue.
जब लॉ कमीशन इसी सरकार ने बैठाया था, उस लॉ कमीशन ने 2018 में कंक्लूजन दिया कि न यूसीसी की ज़रूरत है न पॉसिबल है, और ये भी कहा था 10 साल के लिए कोई विचार करने की ज़रूरत नहीं. तो क्या चुनाव देख करके ऐसा कर रहे हैं मोदी जी?
यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड पे हमने इन प्रिंसिपल सपोर्ट किया है. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के आर्टिकल 44 का पार्ट है. इसमें जैसा हमने कल भी कहा था कि बहुत ज़रूरी है ना सिर्फ जनता बट सारी एक्सपर्ट कमिटीज़ को भी उनका ओपिनियन लिया जाए, क्योंकि देश में बहुत भिन्न प्रकार के लॉज, बहुत डाइवर्सिटी है.
The left and JDU are taking different positions.
Why Prime Minister has become so aggressive when the country is fast approaching the general elections to the parliament? So people suspect the interior motive or hidden agenda of Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister.
यूसीसी के कोई खिलाफ नहीं है. ये ऐसा विषय है जिस पर सभी राजनीतिक दलों को, सभी स्टेक होल्डर्स को एंगेज करना चाहिए, वरना ये चुनावी प्रक्रिया का एक शगुफा बन के रह जाए.
The Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister has issued an open challenge to the Uddhav faction.
कॉमन सिविल कोड की बात हुई तो सबसे पहले मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉ बोर्ड के लोग किसको जाकर मिले? अखिलेश यादव को नहीं, शरद पवार जी को नहीं, उद्धव ठाकरे जी को जाकर मिले, क्योंकि उनको लगता है हमारा नया मसीहा तैयार हुआ है.
तो फिर उद्धव ठाकरे को तो यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड पे अपना जो पोजीशन है वो क्लियर
बिल्कुल करना पड़ेगा.
As the opposition gears up for another meeting on the 14th of July, will they stand divided on UCC? Let's debate.
We have Vivek Salas, Samajwadi Party, Hardeep Singh Kingra of the Congress, Waris Pathan of the MIM, Priyanka Kakkar of the AAP, Shehzad Poonawala of the BJP, and Karan Verma as a political analyst. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me congratulate the Aam Aadmi Party for the clear position that it has taken today, supporting a uniform civil code. This is a very important step towards building a national consensus for the uniform civil code. And Priyanka, I want to start with you. You have taken a clear position of supporting a uniform civil code. How is it that your party is not worried about the quote-unquote backlash that other parties think, like the Congress feels it will lose the Muslim vote if it supports the uniform civil code? Is that not a factor for you? What is behind your thinking and your open support for the UCC?
Good evening, Arnab ji. Good evening to you, to all your panelists and all your viewers. We have always been in support of implementation of the Constitution. Article 44 says that it is desirable that the country has a uniform civil code and the state shall endeavor to achieve those results. Having said that, Arnab ji, we've also made a position very clear that a wider consensus is required. All stakeholders must be involved, not just the public, but expert committees on, say, the Anand Marriage Act, expert committee on Jain laws, expert committee on Buddhist laws, expert committee on Hindu laws, expert committee on Muslim laws. It is also important that, say, for example, under Article 371, it is very clear that Mizoram and Nagaland have special rights, and unless the legislative assemblies of those states allow or permit, or there needs to be a discussion, because there are certain laws there that land transfer can only happen in a certain peculiar manner. And if changes are to be made in succession laws and land laws and property rights, then it is important under 371 that these states must be consulted. The outcome, what happened today is, earlier in the day there was a news report that NDPP, which is an alliance of the BJP in Nagaland, and say the MNS, which is an alliance in Mizoram, both of them are upset and they have opposed the UCC. So the problem with this government is the dictatorial style of working. They don't consult merely because they've said that something is open and everyone should give in their views isn't enough. What changed between 2018 and now? Then there was a consultation that happened then. There was a Chief Justice which headed the committee then, Justice Chauhan, and he very categorically said that it is neither desirable nor feasible. So what changed between 18 and now? I'll tell you what changed. There were 31
I am thinking one minute, Priyanka, if I may. I am thinking while you are speaking, what changed between 9:13 when you started speaking and 9:16 when I interrupted you? Because at 9:13 you said I support the Uniform Civil Code. At 9:16 you are saying I effectively oppose the Uniform Civil Code. You don't want to lose the Hindu vote, but you are worried about upsetting the Muslim vote. You are very confused. I'm sorry, I take back my compliments to you for supporting UCC. I was misled.
No, I'm not.
I felt you support. Karan, I thought she supports.
What I'm saying.
I thought Kejriwal supports. For once, Kejriwal has done the right thing. I was complimenting her. I take back my compliments.
What happened in farm laws?
No, I take back my compliments. You are not supporting our UCC.
In 2014,
they imposed the farm laws and then they had to revert.
He had opposed UCC. He is on record saying I am against Uniform Civil Code. When he had gone to contest against Mr. Modi in Banaras, he had said I am against UCC. Ms. Priyanka, please get your facts right. Do not fact in front of people if you do not have your facts.
Sir,
he had opposed Article 370. He had opposed UCC. You stand exposed today. You stand exposed. Arnab, you can factually...
Priyanka Kakkar is attacking Karan on the debate. Priyanka's turn right now. The debate has taken an unexpected turn. Let Priyanka respond to you. Karan, she's responding to you a second time.
The BJP also behaves like this.
You are caught lying, madam. 2014, you had opposed UCC.
Your turn. Have the patience.
Karan, let her complete. Karan, let her complete.
Political analyst. Okay. Please. In 2014, Modi ji also said you will get fuel 35 rupaye ka, and he also said that rupya will be equal to dollar. Now, we have very categorically stated, relax, breathe, deep breaths. Now we very categorically stated that we are in favor of 44, provided there is a wider consensus and everyone's opinion, all stakeholders should be consulted, not like the farm laws, how it was imposed in a dictatorial manner.
I would
UCC
see
in
Priyanka.
2014.
Arnab ji, can you please
Madam, if you don't know your
Yeah,
manifesto,
one minute.
I don't know where you were
Karan. I clarify.
Arnab ji, please, can you help?
I clarify. Shehzad, 1 minute. Shehzad
do
wants to
need
come to
help,
debate.
I agree.
2 versus 2. 1 minute. Karan, just 1 minute. So you want a uniform civil code, Priyanka, but you want it in the year 21-23. So after all of us are gone, after 107 years of the start of Republic TV, we should discuss this maybe after 100 years. Jaldi kya expert committee hai, expert ye hai, expert wo hai. It can wait. Jaldi kya hai?
Arnab ji, that is why the
Hame
whole
jaldi
alliances
hai.
are falling out.
We are in a big jaldi. The country is in a big
Will
jaldi
they
on
leave
this.
NDPP now?
Hame chahiye. We want it now.
Arey Baba, will they leave NDPP now?
In 2014.
NDPP will now, they'll break alliance with the NDPP.
They'll manage. Whatever is to be, everybody who has to be convinced will be convinced.
Have a wider consensus.
It's all right.
Have
There'll never be a
wider
complete consensus.
Because tribals are involved, Sikhs
Yeah.
are involved,
Yeah.
Muslims are involved, Buddhists are involved. There's a SC/ST is involved.
So you
there are
don't-
so many sections in the country. Their stakes are involved. You've given them rights.
Arnab,
When you
can I
snatch
come
away
in?
those rights, a wider consultation is needed. So there
Okay,
is no
Shehzad
backlash.
is on the debate. I'm sorry, but Shehzad, I was of the impression that Kejriwal is supporting UCC, but this is very, very qualified. Shehzad is on the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, taking your calls in exactly 2 minutes.
Arnab.
Shehzad Poonawala opening from one side. Yeah.
Arnab, I am not surprised with what I call this odd even behavior on UCC displayed by what I call as the BBC, Bhadkana, Behkana, Chillana Committee. You know what is this Bhadkana, Behkana, Chillana Committee? They are the ones who say, without seeing the draft, कि तूफान आ जाएगा. Last time the gentleman said तूफान आएगा was when Article 370 was abrogated. तूफान तो आया नहीं. Then you have somebody else who had implemented UCC in Goa, today says that UCC is communal. The Supreme Court and High Court have stood by the principle of UCC. But I have one question to ask. Somebody on the panel whom you complimented asked me about NDPP. We as a party independently stand on our stand. We want UCC. But since she is asking about stands, Amanatullah Khan, December 2022. यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड लाकर भाजपा देश में अल्पसंख्यकों को प्राप्त अधिकारों को छीनना चाहती है. नाउ सिंस शी आस्क्ड मी अबाउट एनडीपीपी, आई एम सेइंग माय पार्टी स्टैंड इज final that we want UCC. Now she tells me that what will they do about Amanatullah Khan. I request Arnab to earn your compliment. She should say Amanatullah Khan is a communal bigot, or she could say that he is a misogynist who doesn't want women to have rights, or you can say that Amanatullah Khan wants a 7th century kind of treatment for women where women should be subjected to halala and triple talaq in one sitting, or she can say that Amanatullah Khan is the worst offender of rights of women. She can choose any of these analogies for her esteemed leader. I hope that those who are not doing odd even politics on this will now first take a stand on this. And also, since it is an issue of women's rights, how can somebody who is so committed to women's rights share a stage with those who are attacking women's rights? So I think it should be cleared that whether they will meet in Bengaluru or whether they will meet in Shimla, but what is the agenda they will meet on?
Should we make our point, or we should just listen to false lies and canards? My question is simple.
UCC in Goa is good. UCC in Goa.
Will there be an equal distribution of wealth as well?
December 10, 2022. Arnab Goswami, you have a very competent research team. That competent research team can remove the tweet and put it up.
Asked us to sit here and listen to the UCC lecture, or we are
December 10th.
Okay, Mr. Kingra and Waris Pathan are on the front foot right now.
I don't know what the issue is in discussion. Why
Allow
does
us
this
to
party
make
believe
our
Amanatullah
They
Khan.
don't believe in a
December 10, 2022.
which you extended to the
अधिकार
BJP
छिन जाएंगे अल्पसंख्यकों के.
मोदी जी, पेट्रोल 35 रुपए का होगा. पेट्रोल 35 रुपए का होगा. रुपया डॉलर.
Arnab, is this a debate on petrol? Arnab, I don't know what kind of spokesperson
Mr.
you
Kingra,
call.
1 minute, रुक जाइए, आ रहा हूं मैं आपके पास, आ रहा हूं, रुक जाइए, वारिस जी रुक जाइए.
Talking about women's rights.
एक मिनट, Kingra जी और वारिस जी, I'm coming to you.
पेट्रोल की बात हो रही है. Talk about UCC.
UCC Goa, why don't you revoke? It gives the man a right to remarry. Why don't you revoke
Why
the
would we
UCC
revoke
in
it?
Goa
It's there.
first?
It's good there.
You said
Why
the
would we
UCC
revoke
of
it?
Goa is really good.
Why should we revoke it? Arnab, now they are saying revoke it. Aam Aadmi Party saying
Because
revoke
it gives
UCC.
Hindu man the right to marry twice.
Did you say that? Did the AAP ask for the revocation of the Uniform Civil Code in Goa? Was that just asked for right now? Priyanka, please clarify.
Are you thick of hearing or thick in the head?
Thick in the head, she says. This is happening on live television. One minute, Shahzad is responding right now.
923 revoked.
You people don't bother even to ask the people.
Arnab, 913 you complimented. 916 you took the compliment back. 923 she wants it revoked. This is the fastest U-turn of Aam Aadmi Party in the history of U-turns. This is the fastest U-turn on UCC. Can you believe it? Official national chief spokesperson saying revoke UCC. Oh my God. They are against women's rights. They are the ones who even questioned Batla. They questioned surgical strike. They denied the construction of Ram Mandir. They said we will not go to the Ram Mandir. And now they are saying clearly revoke UCC. They are the same as MIM. Aam Aadmi Party and MIM are the same.
Taking it away.
They are the same. MIM and Aam Aadmi.
This man is a supporter of polygamy. This man is a supporter of polygamy. The UCC in Goa supports polygamy.
I am not married even once.
A Hindu man to marry
How can
twice.
I be a polygamist? I am not married even once.
This man
Now,
is
how can I be supporting polygamy? I am not
which
even married
permits
once.
a Hindu man to marry twice.
And how is it
It's
relevant?
revolted.
How is my marital status relevant? Arnab, how is my marital status relevant?
You just supported
Whether I am a polygamist, bigamist.
Goa to be implemented
I
everywhere.
don't understand this
The
debate.
UCC of
I am a
Goa
monogamist.
permits
I'm not.
polygamy.
And by the way, I'm not even married.
I
So
thought
what
tonight,
can I
I thought tonight, by the way, Priyanka and Shahzad, please. May I ask you, Priyanka, it's a little inappropriate for you for a chief national spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party to call the national spokesperson of the BJP thick in the head.
You want the polygamy to be implemented throughout India?
No, you can't call him thick in the head and all. You can avoid that kind of comment.
Her
Thank you.
entire poisonous arguments are fine with me. She
Well,
is
he's saying
rattled that she has
UCC
been
of Goa
exposed.
is a great
Mia
model
Amanatullah Khan
which
has been
permits
exposed.
bigamy to
And
a
she's
Hindu
rattled.
man. If the
Today,
woman
Mia
can bear a
Amanatullah
People ask
child,
me,
and he's
people ask me, what do you think will happen?
She doesn't have a
People ask me, Priyanka, you don't, Shahzad doesn't, but there are some kind people who ask me, Arnab, what will happen? Sometimes I go to a airport, I go to to the market, and people ask me, do you think Uniform Civil Code will happen? And you know what I tell them, Waris Pathan? I say that it will happen. It will happen because the BJP, not only is it ideologically in line with what the BJP wants, and what I want, and a lot of people want, it is also, Waris, now the stated objective of the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister has raised expectations. Mr. Kingra, you should understand. I'm very happy. When the Prime Minister has raised expectations, the Prime Minister is going to deliver. The question is...
Allow me.
No, one of you. Who's go first? Kingra ji, Waris and Kingra. Who goes first? Aap is ek. One of you. Mr. Kingra, just wait a minute. Let Waris speak, then I'm coming to you. Yeah, Waris.
Since last 9 years, allow me to make my point, Arnab. Since last 9 years, BJP is in power, Modi is there in power. What prevented them from getting the UCC? In 2018 itself, the Law Commission has made it very, very clear there is no need for UCC in the country, and there should be no discussion for the next 10 years. But they are spreading false lies and canard by showing Article 44. Article 44 speaks about shall endeavor. It is not that must implement. Why are you spreading lies? Now what about Article 29, 26, 14 and 15 which talk about equality? 29 speaks about pluralism and diversity, which is the basic structure of our constitution. What will happen to that? What will happen to the Hindu undivided family? Have you ever showed that? HUF.
One line, Arnab.
More than 3,000 crore rupees is the government lost to everybody. Will Modi take that risk to see to it that our Hindu brothers are suffering that loss? What will happen in Goa? In some states in India, the cow is mummy. In some states, it is yummy. Will he remove that equality? If I want to go and buy a property in Gujarat in one place, being a Muslim, I am not entitled to buy there because the law is such that in Gujarat. And Arnab, the most important thing, this is the only after effect of Prime Minister Modi's visit to the United States. Because he was charged, he was questioned by the journalists. Barack Obama came before the TV and he said that in India, ethnic minority and Muslim minorities are in trouble. If Modi does not take into consideration, if it does not change, India will collapse. So Modi came to India. At the airport, he asked Nadda, Desh mein kya chal raha hai? Nadda says, sab babal chal raha hai, sir. So he started with the UCC.
Okay,
Otherwise, where was Modi for the 9 years? And now yesterday itself,
Waris, 1 minute. One minute. Shahzad, just 1 minute. Waris. Hello, Waris. Please stop. Thank you, Waris. See, Waris, I know that you believe in the Constitution. I know that you believe in the law. I know you believe in the criminal code. and I also know that you believe in the Indian Penal Code. Nobody, Waris, nobody can ever accuse a practicing lawyer of not believing in the criminal code, penal code or constitution. So you have to first tell me that you confirm my views that at least on principle, you agree with the Indian Penal Code and the criminal code. Do you agree with that or not? Fundamental question to a lawyer.
Well, I am a follower of the constitution.
No, that's it. Enough,
well,
enough. So you believe, just say yes. Just say yes. Just say yes. Just say yes.
Why you want to put the UCC then?
I'll tell you. If you just, don't speak like a.
Which is given to us by Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Why you want to see to it that?
Now I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Waris. Waris, don't ask me why. I'll tell you why. I have my own reasons. My reason for asking you is this, Waris. Waris, for God's sake, don't do this. You know, you are speaking with the speed of Amitabh Bachchan in Namak Halal. Will you just stop for a minute? Now the question is this. I'm asking you this, Waris.
He's speaking like a AK-47.
I'm asking you this, Waris. You have just told me that you believe in the Indian Penal Code, and I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm very happy that you have said that you believe in the Indian Penal Code. My next question to you is, do you believe in section 494 of the Indian Penal Code?
Well, I believe in the constitution which Arnab Goswami does not believe in.
No, do you believe in section 494 of the Indian Penal Code?
I speak about article 26.
Okay.
Arnab Goswami does not want to comment upon that because he's in the back foot today. He says
No. 1 minute.
What will happen to them?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Their colors. They say we don't want to.
I'll tell you. I have a person on the program. I always disagree with him, but he also believes in the Indian Penal Code. His name is Hardeep Singh Kingra. Hardeep, listen to me.
False lies by saying that
he's got to be brief. No other fader. The fact of the matter is, Hardeep, according to section 494 of the Indian Penal Code, according to section 494 of the Indian Penal Code, if you are a married man and during the lifetime of your wife or in the lifetime of your husband, if you have another marriage, then you can be criminally punished for this practice under section 494 of the Indian Penal Code.
That is why I said
this applies to you, but it does not apply to Waris Pathan. Because Waris Pathan is a Muslim.
4 times.
Because Waris Pathan is a Muslim.
I will show you not.
Because Waris Pathan is a Muslim, section 494 of the Indian Penal Code does not apply to him. And I think that is wrong. I think it is wrong, Mr. Kingra, that Waris Pathan should not have to face the consequences, should he ever do, of violating the provisions of section 494 of the Indian Penal Code, which all of us, including Priyanka Kakkarmi, Shehzad Poonawala, though he is unmarried yet, and Karan, and everyone, and you are subject to. That's a fundamental question. Mr. Kingra.
Supposed to say something?
Yes, Mr. Kingra. Mr. Kingra is on the debate. Mr. Kingra on hashtag UCC Unites India.
Can you give me?
Yes, Mr. Kingra, floor is yours.
Can you give me the same patient hearing as you gave to Poonawala and Priyanka?
I will.
Now, first, let me say, Priyanka should give the advice. Priyanka should give the same advice to Arvind Kejriwal not to support the UCC. As she has said it here, it requires a lot of consultation. Secondly, Arnab, what kind of UCC? Are you going to make Sharia as UCC? Are you going to make Anand Marriage Act as UCC? Are you going to make some other act as UCC? You want to change our act and bring a UCC? Is that the spirit behind bringing UCC? No. There is polyandry in this country. There is in Nagaland, the inheritance rights are different, as Priyanka has said. In Manipur, the inheritance rights are different. There are matriarchal societies. Are you going to topsy-turvy everything?
Of wealth also in our country.
Don't play with these things. These are dangerous things.
One line.
Yes, I'm the spokesman of India only. Don't shout at me. I can shout louder than you.
What will happen today?
I'm not even saying anything.
I can shout louder than you.
I'm not
Let me say something. I can shout louder than you. No issue.
I'm not even shouting.
No, Arnab, then let me say. There is a diversity in this country, and diversity is the strength of this country. Diversity is not the weakness, and only the diverse civilization they survive. Let me tell you, biological diversity survives. Civilization diversity will survive. Uniformity in civilization will lead to annihilation at one point or the other. You know, we must maintain the diversity of our nation in all aspects, in biology, in society, in religion, in language, everything.
I ask you. Can I just speak to Mr. Kingra?
Arnab, just one line. I request you.
Can I take half a line? I request you. My question to you is, in the name of diversity, can you allow child marriage, polygamy, nikah, halala, sati and dowry?
Yes. No.
Then what? Then that is not diversity? There are people who would say in the name of diversity allow it?
No. Child marriages have happened so many times in the community as well.
How can
Child marriage? What is you and Kingra have no answer to my question.
Oranges with oranges. Don't do something which is no. Don't do something which is biologically incorrect.
What is biologically? No, 1 minute. You said 1 minute. You have said don't do something that is biologically wrong. What is biologically wrong?
Election should not be the only objective.
What is biologically wrong in this?
Winning election should be the only objective in the country. You should have done it in 9 years. You should have done it in 9 years. Why are you doing it 2023? You should have done it in 2019. Why not? You tried it.
Who decides whether we should have done it in 2019?
But why are you doing it now? Again, because you are scared of 2024.
Arnab, can I have 10 seconds to answer these questions?
The present dispensation.
As per the Punjab and Haryana High Court.
Something bigger.
Can you imagine?
Arnab, may I have
Shehzad is countering the Congress, BJP versus Congress now.
To Muslims.
Yeah. Arnab, very quick counters on both these aspects. Why now and diversity. Arnab, may I please respond? It will not take more than 15 seconds. You can count. You can count. It will not take more than 15 seconds. Arnab, I
just wait 15 seconds, then you can come.
Arnab, can I please start?
Waris is only asking for 15 seconds.
Arnab, just 15 seconds.
Go on, I give 15 seconds. Go on.
I'm asking him a simple question.
Just 15.
Tell him.
Yeah, Arnab, those who are making the argument of diversity, Mr. Varis Pathan and Mr. Kangra, can I please, Arnab,
1 minute, what's going on in the debate? We have no patience for each other. We're not going to listen to each other. We're going to speak over each other. What's going on? Come on now, Varis. You know what happens is, you people behave like that, and when I go somewhere, people ask me, why do people speak over each other? I'm not the person responsible, viewers. It is these people.
Okay, now 15 seconds.
It is these people who give me a bad name. What is 1 minute? Be quiet.
Now
let Shehzad speak
15
now.
Seconds. I promise I will be done in 15.
Yeah, I'm coming to you, Priyanka. It's very unruly. 1 second.
Varis bhai, Kangra ji, I request you. I beg your indulgence.
Yeah.
Varis said diversity. Varis made the diversity argument. So did Mr. Kangra. Is there a common criminal code in this country? Sharia prescribes different crime punishment, but we have a common criminal code. How come that is not affecting your religion? Because you only want to subjugate women's rights. You don't want to put your hands on the chopping line if you're robbing. So no, common criminal code. But when it comes to civil code, we will do nikah halala. We will do all kinds of things that are against the law. That we want to do. This is their hypocrisy.
There are matriarchal
Mr. Kingra first. Mr. Kingra, yeah, Mr. Kingra. Mr. Kingra, big debate tonight.
There is polyandry recognized.
You are worried so much about Muslim women. Why don't you worry about our...
There is recognized polyandry in the country.
Is there a common criminal code? Yes or no? Is there a common IPC criminal code? Yes or no?
Kingra,
Polyandry is practiced by the Hindus only.
If there is a common criminal code, why you are opposing common civil code? Is Varis going to be punished differently if he's caught stealing?
Crimes are universal.
Mr. Kingra going to be punished differently if he's caught stealing?
Because the crimes are universal and religion is not universal. Crimes are universal. That's why there is a common code.
Kangra and Varis will have the same punishment if they are caught stealing. So why should you have different civil law?
No.
What
Listen,
data?
Because the crimes are universal and religion is not universal. Religion is diversified. Religion differ from each other. Crimes don't differ. That's why there is a simple code.
Crimes are universal. And succession is not universal.
Of course.
Hereditary rights are not universal.
Theft is that religion is not universal. Religion is not.
Crimes are
religion
universal.
is endemic.
Religion is endemic. Arnab, crimes are universal.
Yes, of course.
Crimes are universal, Arnab. That's why common criminal code is fine, even though it's against the Sharia, but not a common civil code, because hereditary rights of women are not universal. Kangra ji, rights of women are not universal.
I want to ask you. First of all, people are asking me on the program, Arnab, why is the AAP confused? I'll tell you why the AAP is confused. Priyanka being witness to what I'm saying. These are the complications of having vote banks of different types in and looking at vote bank politics. Mr. Kingra, no, I'll tell you why the AAP is confused. I'll tell you why the AAP is confused. AAP doesn't know whether to win the elections in Delhi or in Punjab.
Confused.
They feel they want to be pro-UCC in Delhi and anti-UCC in Punjab.
This is wrong. This
You are
is
confused.
wrong, Arnab ji. You will take my stand on this.
Anti-UCC, you will come to know.
No, we are not confused. We want it implemented, but we want a wider consensus.
Acha, you tell me, Priyanka, sharp question to you. Can I get Vivek Silas and Hardeep Kingra on the right?
A murder is a murder in any religion. That's what he meant. But they don't even understand that.
Okay,
now my only question repeatedly is
I am
Muslim women very good. I'm thinking about Hindu women.
Taken away by UCC. Arnab, can we have the statement on Mia Amanatullah Khan saying that he opposes UCC? Can Priyanka Kakkarji clarify on that? Yes or no?
Can you, Shehzad ji, can you breathe and tell me UCC Goa permits polygamy to Hindu men if they can't if the wife can't
We are for UCC. You don't want to have UCC even in Goa now.
Can you tell me
want UCC revoked.
Okay, my point here is, see,
this is Amanatullah Khan effect. This is Amanatullah Khan effect.
See, there will be a day soon. There will be a day soon. There will be a day soon. See, I'll tell you. One second. There will be a day soon. Mr. Kingra, thank you. There will be a day soon when the BJP will very soon, by the grace of God, bring in the Uniform Civil Code in Parliament, and that day is not far. And that day, Priyanka Kakkar, Arvind Kejriwal has to either vote for or against it. He can't abstain. He will have to take a position. Now, let me tell you, Mr. Vivek Silas, people are telling me what is your view on UCC. I am totally for it because, for example, Sikh marriages, Vivek, are governed by the 1909 Anand Marriage Act. But Sikh divorces are governed by the Hindu Marriage Act. So you get married by the Anand Marriage Act, you get divorced by the Hindu Marriage Act. This is convoluted. It makes no sense, Priyanka. You know it makes no sense. Just tell me, Arnab, I know you're right. But I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. I want to do national politics. I don't want to upset a Sikh vote bank in Punjab either. I'm completely confused.
We want an expert committee on Anand Marriage Act. We want an expert committee which knows about Jain laws. We want a discussion with an expert committee.
You don't want. You want to delay.
Laws. See,
Vivek.
we don't want a backlash like happened in farm laws.
Vivek, which expert committee Amanatullah Khan consulted? Arnab, can you ask that question for us?
Okay, Vivek Silas is on the debate.
Arey Baba, this is a mudda of national politics. It will be important.
Vivek Silas is on the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, can I request some patience from all panelists? Vivek Silas is on the debate. What's your take, sir? Mr. Silas. Mr. Silas, what's your take? Samajwadi Party.
Yes. Yeah, first of all, I would just like to say, Arnab, that your show is just like a hookery, at the moment.
Like what?
We don't know, even the viewers are... I think they might not be able to understand what is happening in your show. And today, if the Bharatiya Janata Party is talking about the UCC, the same Bharatiya Janata Party could not speak even a single word when the Honorable President was denied entering into a temple. Not a word from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Nor she was invited on the inauguration of the Parliament House, the new Parliament House. The Bharatiya Janata Party has to tell the people of India. Let me complete.
Shehzad versus SP right now. BJP versus SP. 1 minute.
Please let me complete.
BJP versus SP. Shehzad, you've spoken a lot. He's only coming to the debate now. He has the right to come to you. It's 9:43, and the Samajwadi Party spokesperson will have his say right now. Thank you.
The Bharatiya Janata Party has to tell the people of India as to how they are going to implement it. Are they going to implement it the same way as they implemented the farm laws, the black farm laws?
How to implement it?
They had to take it back. Yes, as Arnab said, you said in the beginning of your show that this has to be brought to the parliament. Yeah, it's a very serious matter. It is a very serious matter. As Priyanka ji said, the Article 371.
ST Hassan said if UCC comes, you can't get married twice. Is that the reason why you're opposing it? ST Hassan said that you can't marry twice if UCC comes. Is that why you're opposing it? Because you lose the right to marry multiple times.
In Goa, no. In Goa,
forget Goa. ST Hassan has said this. Are you standing with ST Hassan or not?
If the wife, no, that is the UCC. Are you going to bring it to India? Pan India?
Yeah.
You want to say that in entire India the Hindu men can marry twice, just like in Goa? You say a lot about UCC Goa. UCC Goa. What is it? A man can marry twice if the wife is unable to bear a son. Are you going to bring it pan-India, Sharad?
So you want to marry multiple women and therefore you don't want UCC. Is that your argument? Is your argument that you want to have multiple marriages at the same time? That's why you should not have UCC. Is that what you're saying? Because I don't know what you are saying about women. I don't know if multiple women want to marry such kind of men.
In Goa. How you are going to manage it, I just want to know. How you are going to manage it? And in 2001 and
let the draft come. How do you know what draft has come? Why are you jumping the gun? Are you in principle for UCC, yes or no? It's in the Constitution.
On that.
No, I am surprised. I'm surprised that what is most of all today.
You have to tell
the
people of India when and how you are going to implement it.
My point is simple.
You cannot come and
Vivek, one minute. Vivek, let me nail it. Waris Pathan, my question to you is, thank you so much. My question to Waris, 1 minute. Waris, my question to you. Just take a question. For the first time in your adult life, take a question. For the first time in your entire life, take a question and answer it. For the first time in your entire life, please listen to someone. For the first time in your entire life, be brief. The question to you is this. According to the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, it declares inter-caste and inter-religious marriages as illegal for Muslims. True or false? True or false, Waris Pathan? Answer my question.
If they have their view, they are muftis, they are Maulanas. I am what? The MIM and I am making my submission.
Oh, so you are all right with that?
6 months extension. They will put their
discrimination is all right with the disguise of diversity.
They have asked for 6 months extension.
So do you agree?
But you don't believe the
that a certain publication of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board reportedly declares inter-caste and inter-religious marriages as illegal for Muslims? Therefore, why should Pasmanda Muslims still go through some form of caste-based discrimination in the form of personal laws? Answer this question. Why should these patriarchal and parochial personal laws of the sanction of anachronistic religious logic going against the modern notions of morality not be scrapped? Waris Pathan, answer my question. Waris Pathan, answer my question now.
Yes, I'm answering.
You're stuck. You can't answer now.
Who is doing the discrimination against the Pasmanda Muslims? Is Modi and the BJP government. Who is mob lynching them in the name of cow? Who is mob lynching them in the name of they don't utter JSR? Who is bulldozing their homes? Every now and then, Junaid Ansari, who was he? Who was Junaid Ansari? Pasmanda. Does Modi has got the time to go and visit his home? Modi has time to visit Egypt, go there, meet topi wala, dadi wala people. He does not have time to
Okay, Shehzad Poonawala respond one last time. Shehzad.
Talking about Pasmanda. They are being mobbed every now and then.
Arnab, forget all of this. These are the people who oppose the verdicts of Supreme Court in Shah Banu and Shaira Banu. Ask Waris if he supports the judgment of Shaira Banu. He has opposed the triple talaq law. So how are you thinking that he will support UCC?
Okay, last. Priyanka, counter. Last one, counter. Priyanka.
How is he talking about the Supreme Court? They overturned the judgment of the Supreme Court. The Constitution bench judgment was overturned by this government through black ordinance.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, very end of the I take you to the Portrola moment. Everyone on the screen, I want to read out a few tweets tonight. We have got Vijay Hunjan who says, in these days, how does son or daughter matter? Second wife and third marriage, how can it be allowed? Okay, we have with us Sad Nadhuri, who says the arguments of the opposition just show they are not confused, just scared of the Uniform Civil Code. And Parshuram says UCC must come as 85% of the population wants it to come. It is also a constitutional recommendation of Baba Saheb Ambedkar. And Sanjay Soni says, I'm not surprised by the AAP's odd even behavior on UCC. Shehzad explains why. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great debate. And when I come back on the other side, we had an interview with Devendra Fadnavis in which he exposed Sharad Pawar. And Sharad Pawar, who wants to be the leader of an anti-BJP alliance nationally, ended up confessing that he was intensely into and successfully completed negotiations of power sharing with the BJP itself. That remarkable confession of Sharad Pawar has changed the way people look at his politics. We'll talk about it when I'm back. आप कह रहे शरद पवार डबल गेम खेलते हैं,
खेला है,
आपके साथ डबल गेम खेला, बीजेपी के साथ शरद पवार ने डबल गेम खेला।
उस समय उन्होंने वैसा किया जो मैंने कहा। आप इसको किस फ्रेमवर्क में डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं मैं आप पर छोड़ता हूं, लेकिन मैं इतना कहता हूं कि अजित पवार और मैं अचानक उठकर सुबह शपथ लेने के लिए नहीं गए। ये तय हुआ था कि हम साथ में मिलकर करेंगे, हम दोनों को जिम्मेदारी दी गई थी, उस हिसाब से हमने सारी चीजें की थी, लेकिन बाद में चीजें बदली।
आप कह रहे शरद पवार डबल गेम खेलते हैं,
खेला है,
आपके साथ डबल गेम खेला, बीजेपी के साथ शरद पवार ने डबल गेम खेला।
उस समय उन्होंने वैसा किया जो मैंने कहा। आप इसको किस फ्रेमवर्क में डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं मैं आप पर छोड़ता हूं, लेकिन मैं इतना कहता हूं कि अजित पवार और मैं अचानक उठकर सुबह शपथ लेने के लिए नहीं गए। ये तय हुआ था कि हम साथ में मिलकर करेंगे, हम दोनों को जिम्मेदारी दी गई थी, उस हिसाब से हमने सारी चीजें की थी, लेकिन बाद में चीजें बदली।
आप कह रहे शरद पवार डबल गेम खेलते हैं,
खेला है,
आपके साथ डबल गेम खेला, बीजेपी के साथ शरद पवार ने डबल गेम खेला।
उस समय उन्होंने वैसा किया जो मैंने कहा। आप इसको किस फ्रेमवर्क में डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं मैं आप पर छोड़ता हूं, लेकिन मैं इतना कहता हूं कि अजित पवार और मैं अचानक उठकर सुबह शपथ लेने के लिए नहीं गए। ये तय हुआ था कि हम साथ में मिलकर करेंगे, हम दोनों को जिम्मेदारी दी गई थी, उस हिसाब से हमने सारी चीजें की थी, लेकिन बाद में चीजें बदली।
आप कह रहे शरद पवार डबल गेम खेलते हैं,
खेला है,
आपके साथ डबल गेम खेला, बीजेपी के साथ शरद पवार ने डबल गेम खेला।
उस समय उन्होंने वैसा किया जो मैंने कहा। आप इसको किस फ्रेमवर्क में डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं मैं आप पर छोड़ता हूं, लेकिन मैं इतना कहता हूं कि अजित पवार और मैं अचानक उठकर सुबह शपथ लेने के लिए नहीं गए। ये तय हुआ था कि हम साथ में मिलकर करेंगे, हम दोनों को जिम्मेदारी दी गई थी, उस हिसाब से हमने सारी चीजें की थी, लेकिन बाद में चीजें बदली।
आप कह रहे शरद पवार डबल गेम खेलते हैं,
खेला है,
आपके साथ डबल गेम खेला, बीजेपी के साथ शरद पवार ने डबल गेम खेला।
उस समय उन्होंने वैसा किया जो मैंने कहा। आप इसको किस फ्रेमवर्क में डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं मैं आप पर छोड़ता हूं, लेकिन मैं इतना कहता हूं कि अजित पवार और मैं अचानक उठकर सुबह शपथ लेने के लिए नहीं गए। ये तय हुआ था कि हम साथ में मिलकर करेंगे, हम दोनों को जिम्मेदारी दी गई थी, उस हिसाब से हमने सारी चीजें की थी, लेकिन बाद में चीजें बदली।
आप कह रहे शरद पवार डबल गेम खेलते हैं?
खेला है,
आपके साथ डबल गेम खेला,
हुआ है।
बीजेपी के साथ शरद पवार ने डबल गेम खेला।
उस समय उन्होंने वैसा किया जो मैंने कहा। आप इसको किस फ्रेमवर्क में डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं मैं आप पर छोड़ता हूं, लेकिन मैं इतना कहता हूं कि अजित पवार और मैं अचानक उठकर सुबह शपथ लेने के लिए नहीं गए। ये तय हुआ था कि हम साथ में मिलकर करेंगे, हम दोनों को जिम्मेदारी दी गई थी, उस हिसाब से हमने सारी चीज़ें की थी, लेकिन बाद में चीज़ें बदली।
आप कह रहे शरद पवार डबल गेम खेलते हैं?
खेला है,
आपके साथ डबल गेम खेला,
हुआ है।
बीजेपी के साथ शरद पवार ने डबल गेम खेला।
उस समय उन्होंने वैसा किया जो
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
मुझे बहुत खुशी है, कम से कम सच पवार साहब के मुंह पे मैंने लाया, लेकिन ये भी आधा सच है। बचा हुआ सच भी जल्दी ही बाहर लाऊंगा। मैं भी गुगली फेंकूंगा और बचा हुआ सच बाहर आएगा। मेरी एक गुगली ने ये तो सच बाहर निकाल दिया, अब बचा हुआ सच भी आएगा और मैं धीरे धीरे उनसे बुलवाऊंगा।